Let me know when we're on.
Okay, nothing yet.
It's always an interesting game to see how long the lag is before we actually show up.
Yes, it's still not showing, certainly not on my end. Oh,
That's
no,
crazy.
started now.
All right, fantastic. Well, welcome everyone to another Bling Party. Nate and I are so excited to have you all in the chat tonight, and we have a lot of really fun and fantastic items for you. We have everything from Kramer brooches to a new brooch that we're very excited to talk about because it's super hard to find, to Victorian pieces, to some of my mom's jewelries. So it's going to be a really fun evening. And Nate, a big welcome to you. Thank you so much for tuning in from New Zealand.
Thank you for having me, of course, as always. And thanks to everyone who is joining us on not our regular bat time and bat day. So thanks to everyone who's come across to this new time, only for today, mind you, back to usual next time.
Yes, exactly. So I am very excited now. I am going out of town to visit my dad and Vintage Vinny next week, but I think we'll be able to go live from the hotel room, so that should be no problem. I just won't be able to ship right away on that sale, but tonight everything will be as usual, which is exciting. So let's start off with some hellos. And of course, stick around because we've got 3 really cool giveaways tonight. The first person tuning in our chat is Randy. Welcome in, Randy.
Hey, Randy, buddy. I was just asking Katie about my avatar, my icon on here, because it's lost. I don't know how to put a new one on it either. Maybe you can tell me afterwards. Katie. Denise is here as well. Hi, Denise. Good evening to you. Good afternoon. Lovely to see you.
Denise. So glad to have you here. And Angela's tuning in into the chat. And boy, we could not do these sales without Angela. We are 2 completely lost idiots.
Yeah.
Angela, man.
We are. And Ange can only stay for an hour and a half this evening because she has plans later on, and we're very grateful that Angela is spending this time and moderating for us. Perla is here as well. Hi, Perla. Lovely to see you.
Welcome in, Perla. Poodle is here. Yay.
Hey, Poodle.
What are you selling in the alleyway tonight? We must know, because we're all glad the alleyway is back and open for business.
I'm never going to ask. Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. Lovely to see you. Welcome in. And Sharon Spencer as well. Hi, Sharon. Welcome in.
Hi, Sharon. So glad to have you. Yes. Happy Sunday, everybody. Sylvia Lee is tuning in. Welcome in, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. Heidi Esterholm. Hi, Heidi. We could not find one of those, any more of those tassels. I think Angela may have a couple. I think she's got a green one and a purple one. So if you want to message her, she may be able to get you one. Maribel is hooked. Hi, Maribel. Lovely to see you. And
Debbie, welcome in. Hi, Debbie K. Glad to have you in the chat tonight. My mom is tuning in, and she does have one of her fabulous jewelries tonight, so you're not going to want to miss that. Yes, it is very hot here. In fact, I went to the pool a little while this afternoon just to try to cool off. And even in the pool, the water was lukewarm. So
wow,
that's what you get in Florida this time of year.
Melanie. Hi, Melanie. Lovely to see you. Welcome in.
Welcome in, Melanie. Let's see who else is tuning in into the chat that we've missed. Patricia is here. Welcome in, Patricia.
Hi, Patty Cake. Welcome in. And Greg is here as well. Hi, Greg, buddy.
Now, Poodle said she just texted me what will be for sale. So let me see. All right, here we go. Tonight in the alley is for the wine tasters among us. I personally enjoy a watery beer myself. A crate was unloaded at the docks last night, and that I was privy to. A sample of Nate's wine has been squished from his grapes. a bold burgundy labeled a lobster clasp, a sweet Chardonnay he has named Yes Darling, and a crisp champagne entitled Puddling, a play on words from the bubbling contents. Samples in the alley for a reasonable $15.98. Full bottles are graced with a rendering of Nate's clavicle to his femur. Hot poodle, this is so good. Especially the lobster clasp, the puddling, and the yes darling. Thank you so much for sharing that. And everybody get your wine in the alleyway tonight. Very good. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, we've got Greg tuning in the chat tonight. Welcome in, Greg.
Hey, Greg, buddy. Nice to see you. Tippy Winks is here as well. Hi, Christy Garza.
And Ava Lifevlog, I believe that's a new name to us. So we're really thrilled to have you in the chat tonight.
Welcome in. I think we caught up.
And Tippy, we said hello to. Yep, I think we are all caught up. Heidi says, "Oh, her sister watches my mom in Jacksonville. That's so cool, Heidi. How awesome is that?"
Oh, that is cool.
That's very special. Okay. I don't know if my mom's still floating around in the chat. Sometimes she comes and goes a little bit as she's doing stuff in the evenings, but I will make sure, Heidi, that she gets your message. That's awesome. Hannah Webb is tuning in. Welcome, welcome, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
With the bird piece. Oh, that's so amazing, Hannah.
Oh,
I'm
lovely.
So glad. It really is quite special. And
Patricia's got a coupon. Oh my gosh.
Patricia's got
Hi, Sal. Thrift and Not Hoarder Sally. Hi, welcome in.
Hi, Sally. Glad to have you.
And she timed that person out because they've been trolling for a couple of years. I've not seen them before, but thanks, Angela.
Thank you, Angela. I do really appreciate that. Okay, yes, the coupon for $2.59 off. All right. Well, I think we should kick off our sale with some giveaways. How does that sound, everybody? And tonight we have some postcards. That's right. And the first postcard you will be getting for our first giveaway is a Hummel postcard. These are kind of inspired by my grandmother who collects Hummels, but this is a sweet little gal, and she is drawing with her inkwells and her pens. So this is the first giveaway up tonight. And Nate, can you let everybody know how they can play along to win this postcard?
Sure. Welcome in, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Welcome in. You do not need to purchase anything or intend to purchase anything to enter into the giveaways. They're open to everybody. We will pay the postage. It is letters of the alphabet. Please guess as many times as you like, but one letter at a time. Good luck. Moon Chaser. Hi, Moon Chaser. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Moon Chaser. Glad to have you here. I loved your video that you shared on Instagram. That was so fun. Thank you so much for tagging us and sharing your moon brooch. And I'm glad the stones turned out to be glass. You know, I'd always rather say that they're plastic and not glass and turn out to be glass than them be plastic and not glass. So I'm just thrilled about that.
Okay, Katie, I have just sent you the letters. Nobody knows the letters, and Ange doesn't know the letters.
I didn't even know the letters until about a second ago. So that tells you how top secret the letters are. And we wanted to do that this week so that you guys can see this is definitely not rigged.
Oh, okay. I see it really early.
Okay.
I'll message you who it is, and you can confirm that.
And then I will confirm. Oh, yep, I see it too. That's right, Greg. Congratulations! Greg. You won the first postcard.
V for Victor. Congratulations, buddy. Dan is here as well. Hey, Dan. Nice to see you, man.
Hi, Dan. So glad to have you in the chat. And Diane Pat is tuning in as well. Welcome in, Diane.
Hi, welcome in, Diane. Lovely to see you.
Oh,
and Michelle Mendito.
Hi,
That's
Michelle.
A cool name. Hi, Michelle.
That's a fantastic name.
Yeah.
Oh, so wonderful. Okay, well, let me do some.
Lena is here
Hi,
as
Lena.
well.
Pug
Hi, my
hug to
Cherokee
you.
Rose. Hi, Lena.
All right.
Oh, Dana as well. Dana's here
Dana's
too.
here. Welcome
Hi,
in,
Dana.
Dana. Oh, so glad to have all of you on our not normal night, but we're thrilled that you're tuning in. And hopefully, this is a great time for some of you that are happy that we're on earlier. Okay, let's get into some housekeeping. I know a lot of you guys are our regular crew, but just for all of our new friends. And oh, a special hello to the folks in the Lurkers Lounge. I keep forgetting to say hello to you all in the Lurkers Lounge, but I'm thrilled you're here. Nate and I both really appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Looking forward to the snow from New Jersey. Michelle is in New Jersey. Hi. And Joan Plevier. Hi, Joan. Gaza as well. Hi, Gavin, buddy. Nice to see you.
Glad to have you in, Gavin. Oh, thanks, Angela. We do love this brooch. Nate found it for me in a lot that I ended up getting of these Brutalist pieces, and this one's pretty cool. I think, I don't remember what brand this is, but it is signed, and it's just very cool, Brutalist. Rachel's here as well. Welcome in, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Welcome in.
So glad to have you. And Rachel, I did get your email, so Nate and I will talk after the show, but I'm very excited about those. Yes, Gavin the Music Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hannah says, I've been going back and looking at it all throughout the day. You really can't tell how beautiful it is until you see it in person. And you can really tell how much work you put in. Oh, that's wonderful. Kathy is here. I'm so glad that you're tuning in, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Lovely to see you. Nate's got some more. Yes, that's
exciting, Nate.
Yeah, I bought a lot of Russian brooches, and they are really pretty. They're really, really nice.
Oh, that's fabulous. Okay, let's get into a little bit of housekeeping for all of our new folks in the chat. This is how the sale will run this evening. So if you claim an item from either Nate or me, please send the following information to my email, which is katie@katiescreations1.com. I do need your real name, your YouTube name, your shipping address with zip code, and your PayPal email. All of the items that you're seeing on screen tonight will ship from Florida. So even though Nate is in New Zealand, we're able to give you a great combined rate through Pirate Ship. Now, there is quite a bit of a lag on our sale, and unfortunately, we cannot do anything about that, but you guys can help yourselves a little bit with the lag by making sure that you are in live chat if you are on a computer, and all messages if you are on a cellular device. I'm not really sure why Top Chat exists, but it won't show you the full chat. So go ahead and toggle out of that. Also, to keep up with the lag and to kind of make things a little bit easier for you, make sure that you're refreshing throughout the evening, just going out, coming back in. You can also toggle with the little bar and switch to a faster playback speed, which will help with the lag as well. So those are just a couple of things that might help you if you feel like you're lagging. And then also, along with our sale, Angela will be putting in all of the starts and stops. So we'll give you a price of the item, and that will start all of the bidding in the chat. And then when Angela says bid in, the bid will finish, and then the highest bidder will get that item. Now, with that, Nate and I have kind of decided that there's a fairer way to do things around here. So, Nate, could you tell people about that?
It simply is that you can outbid yourself if you put in a bid and then try and secure an item with a larger bid. As the countdown's happening, we will take the higher bid. I won't go into the reasoning now, but we did sort of really thrash this out, and we talked to several of our long-term members here. So do remember that you can actually outbid yourself.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nate. All right. That completes our little spiel on how the sale is going to run. And of course, for all of our regular folks, I appreciate you guys hanging out while we do that. A little bit of housekeeping. And now I think we're ready to jump into the sale. Now, Nate and I have put some really cool things in tonight's sale. We always work really hard at trying to get the top quality things. And we love doing research. And so tonight we do have quite a few special pieces in the sale, which I'm very excited about. And the first piece of the evening is one of Nate's. And Angela, this is going to start off at $22 in the chat, and it is really beautiful.
Hi, Robin Cormier. Nice to see you.
Hi, Robin. So glad to have you.
Everyone thinks that your pin looks like Star Trek, and it does look very Star Trek.
It is very Star Trek. You know, it kind of reminded me also, this is a weird side thing, but there's a pharmaceutical company that has a logo that's kind of like this. So it reminded me of that logo, but I can't think of the name of it. But I think it's very cool. Okay. So our first item of the evening is a Lisner piece, and it is 2 1/4 inches in size. So it's actually a very good size. And we love Lisner, don't we, Nate?
Yeah, I really like Lisner. And this is such a pleasing design. I love the effect where the rim on some of these pieces has been given this machine effect on it, and some of them are brightly polished, lovely green Aurora Borealis stones. It gets really successful design. It looks so good. It's such a beautiful piece.
It's absolutely stunning, and it is signed Lisner. Now, I think that this is probably from the 1960s. The Aurora Borealis stones were not popular or widely used, or actually, I would say invented until 1958. So that kind of helps date this piece. Now, Lisner has an interesting history because they were officially founded in 1904, but they go back to post-Civil War New York City. So Lisner's been around a very long time. And I believe it's David Lisner. I could be wrong on that. That founded Lisner. But anyway, just a fantastic gold tone brooch. Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne. Welcome in.
So I'm going to get this on our little friend here. We absolutely love these $14 Amazon clutch purses. And I think that this brooch just looks so good. It's sort of floral, but these ones that are more abstract, I think are really successful because they go with everything. And the Aurora Borealis,
wave-like.
Yes,
to me,
it does almost like very ocean.
In many ways, yeah.
Yeah, it's just beautiful, and the texture is fantastic on this. But I love these gold tone 50s, 60s brooches. I wear them all the time. Obviously, you see I have one on tonight. They just go with everything. And this is a good piece as well because it will fit on the collar if you want to wear it that way, or because you can kind of wear it long ways. I think at the neck is really lovely as well. Yeah, the open space is lovely, Joan, because it really allows
Lisa.
you to see what
Hi, Lisa.
underneath. Hi, Lisa. This is $22, Lisa.
This is Lisner. They really had successful designers at Lisner. It's just that extra bit that sometimes you just can't put your finger on why it's that bit nicer.
But it's just the design, it's so good. So I'm going to get this on one of our postcards, and I love this one. We got a lot of May birthdays, so here's to all of our May birthdays again. These greetings true I send to you for a bright and happy birthday. So this postcard is from 1904. Actually, that's very fitting with the history of Lisner. So we will.
And quite fitting because today is my birthday.
That's right, Nate. Oh my God, I feel horrible. I had it on my calendar, but I was a day off.
To you and to Christy today, And I even dropped a couple of hints there when I was talking to Christy and Angela, but it was a special day. Yeah, so it is my birthday today.
I had it as Monday. So Nate, I will have to talk to you later, but I had a whole surprise planned for you for Monday that you did not know about, and I wasn't going to tell it to you. But I didn't realize it was today, so I'm like one day off. Oh my gosh, I get the bad friend award.
I know. It still is the 18th there. It's the 19th here. That's the only reason. But yeah.
Okay. So I'm not wrong.
No. Yeah.
I'm wrong because it's technically New Zealand. The days, but I am right on the day.
Yeah, it is definitely the 19th. Of course, it's the 19th. Yeah. And it's the 18th.
Birthday, this postcard is for you.
Sorry, I feel really mean.
No,
for saying that now, but it is. Yeah, it is my birthday.
Good to know. Okay, well, let's start the countdown on this. Yes, free cake in the alley tonight.
Hi, Annette.
Okay, so Angela said, well, I found the lacquer brooches for you, so there. Happy day, Nate.
Christy says, I didn't hear any hints. Yeah, I know you didn't hear any hints.
Yeah, I know, Christy, you didn't hear any hints, but Angela, that's a little bit harder to believe. Okay,
Thank you.
We'll start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid in. Poodle cake is free with purchase.
Oh, Sharon, thank you. Welcome in, Sharon. Thanks everyone for your birthday wishes. I feel really mean for doing that to you now. I do. I feel really.
No,
mean.
You're fine, Nate. I'm just glad to know that I didn't have the wrong day, like completely.
And Michelle's her birthday was on the 6th of May. So happy belated birthday to you,
Michelle. Okay, let me write that down. That is going to Lisa. Michelle, I'm so sorry you just missed out on that one.
Oh, sorry, Michelle. Thanks very much, Lisa. You're going to love it. It is such a pretty little brooch. It really is. It's not that little. It's such a lovely piece.
Yeah, it's a stunner.
Sorry you missed out, Michelle. There are some really, really nice pieces that we're bringing today. Again, I was particularly brutal with some of these that I had put to the side and was going to keep. So we're bringing some really interesting stuff tonight.
Yeah, we are. Greg says, I've heard of cake by the ocean, but never cake in an alley. That's funny. Okay, this next piece of mine is a 1950s Sputnik Beauty. It is starting off at $22, and it is 2 inches in size. So it's actually a pretty good size. And what I loved about this brooch, and the reason why I held on to it for so long, was, to me, it looks like a Starburst clock. It's very floral, obviously, but it's so Sputnik-y that I just could not leave that behind.
That has some real dimension to it.
I know.
It's almost as tall as it is wide.
I know, isn't that crazy? So let me measure this, because the height, it's about 1 inch high. This has some real wow factor to it.
And says, Nate, I sent you that bowl. That was an early present. I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, this is fantastic. It's gold tone. It has all of its texture. Even the leaf in the back is completely textured with that beautiful brushed gold. And then you've got the Y backing with the rivet. So this is totally 50s. There's no doubt in my mind.
It would have been a complex build, putting that together. You would have to be really dexterous and practice to be able to rivet all of that together and set those stones. Did one thing I'm not sure that we did. We were talking about it. We didn't run our black light over?
I did. I
did.
checked everything. What? And I made notations. This you would think would glow. It does not glow, but it is pretty fabulous. It almost glows on its own because it's so Sputnik-y and so large that it really sticks out. So I think this is a fun one. And the rivets in the back, total symphony.
Yeah.
Total symphony of rivets in the back here. Let me get this on one of our floral postcards. And I don't know, actually, I think maybe a mid-century one would be kind of cool. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see. Okay, let's look at postcards that are kind of fun. Let's do this one because I haven't done this in a while. This is Greetings from Nashville, Tennessee. There's the Parthenon building. Very cool. And we're going to go ahead and start the countdown on this one. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end.
That is a really particular shade of green. That is, it
is. That emerald color is so dark and saturated. It's stunning.
Dark and bright at the same time. Really good stones, really good rhinestones in that.
Yeah, all prong set as well. I mean, it's fantastic quality. And I don't know who made this, but it's great.
I don't think we had anyone putting on that particular one.
I don't think anyone's interested in that, which is okay. We can bring that back another time. Hi, Becky's Vintage and More. Welcome in.
Hi, Becky. Welcome in. Lovely to see you.
So glad to have you here. Okay. Let's see. I'll put this back in the right category. Oh, I pulled out this whole stack, and now, there we go. Put this back in the postcard area.
Yes, you, Angela. Angela's just sent me new rules, the new housekeeping sheet. Thanks, Ange. That's really helpful.
Oh, that's fantastic. My wedding was emerald, gold, and black deco. Oh, Pluto, that sounds very cool. That's awesome. Okay. This next one is quite special. This is a really, really good brooch.
I love Kramer. This is a Kramer piece. I love Kramer. Again, it's when you see the designs of these really good houses that make these jewelry, this costume jewelry, and the quality of the design is insane. And this is such a pretty little piece. I think it starts at 28, I think.
28. The dimensionality on this is so good. A Kramer jewelry is very, very wonderful. It's hard to find. We don't get a lot of it. And the enamel on this is in absolutely perfect condition. There's not a chip, not a flaw, nothing. And I just love the way that leaf curls over the flower to create such depth. It's really incredible piece. There's the Kramer mark on the back. It is marked Kramer. And I have just never seen one of their pieces like this before. And in fact,
I just find it so interesting how the leaf is textured, but then you get a sort of a shiny engraved piece that makes out the leaf.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It is an attention getter, Mom. Totally. And that blue color is, to me, so stunning for spring and summer. We're kind of in that cheery era right now. And I think it's gorgeous. Kramer.
Oh, it's really nice on that brown.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it does. And I think that the curvature of it really works with that envelope style clutch. It's really nice. Kramer was founded in 1943 by Lois Kramer and his two brothers, Morris and Henry, and they operated until about the 70s or 80s. So they sort of were similar to Weiss in that they weren't around a super long time. And all of the Kramer pieces in this enamel style go for a really good chunk of change online. So this is a quite a special piece that we're able to offer, I think, at a really reasonable price, which is fantastic. But the flower is just lovely. All the gold, there's not anywhere to the gold. It's just as beautiful as you'd ever want it to be. Yeah. It's so cheery, Greg. It really is. It makes me smile when I see it. So I thought you guys would smile as well. Let's get this on a postcard and we will count her down. I know that we're not quite in winter anymore, but I have to say that this postcard matches this very well. It's a Best Wishes postcard from 1915. So we're going to kind of mix the spring and the winter together for just a cheery
that blue just goes so well with the blue of those little flowers.
Oh, doesn't it? That's why I had to pick this.
That looks really good combination.
Yeah, it does. Okay, let's start the countdown on this Kramer piece. Even look at the center of the flower. It even has that shiny gold bit carved away that's so beautiful. Hi, Val.
Hey, Val. Nice to see you. Welcome in.
Okay, let's start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end Dennis.
Team Dennis.
Team Dennis.
Hey, buddy.
I told Nate, so I wrote something special on your package. I don't know if it's arrived yet or not, but I told Nate that when the post office sees Dennis's package, they might be Googling hashtag Team Dennis. Only I don't know if that's a real hashtag, but yeah, Team Dennis was floating through the mail this week. Jenny, welcome in, Jenny.
Jenny, hi, welcome in. And I think that goes to Poodle. Fantastic. You're going to love that Poodle. It is such a lovely piece, and the condition is exceptional. It really is. Thanks so much.
Poodle, congrats on that. That is gorgeous.
Dennis has got his package.
Cool. Yay, Dennis. I'm so glad. Yay.
Katie does so much work, and her mother and grandmother on making the packaging really, really special.
Yeah, very special. We do work hard. Thanks for acknowledging that, Nate. I just dropped the little pen. Ooh.
Oh. What did you drop exactly?
Sometimes these little pins, I know I just made you nervous. Sorry, Nate. Sometimes the little pins I use to help us show off things on the purses fall off. And I didn't want to stab myself. So there we go. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear you haven't been well, Jenny. I hope you get well soon.
Jenny.
What's my birthday wish? What is my birthday wish? I've got the place to myself at the moment, so I'm living the life. Bron is away in Europe for 5 weeks with my sister-in-law, ex-sister-in-law, and my niece. So I've got the place to myself. What is I buy a lot of gemstones, and I have not been successful in buying any gemstones recently. I've been completely outbid. So that's what I want. I want some nice gemstones at auction.
Yes, we hope you win those, Nate. It's hard to beat people sometimes in an auction because they come in at the last second, or it's just too high. But I hope you do find more stuff.
And of course, I'm also buying against the currency conversion. So buying in US dollars is like almost double. I think you get about a US dollars probably cost $2 New Zealand dollars. Thanks, Val.
Which I didn't. I mean, I knew there was a conversion rate, but Nate was telling me the other day how different it was. And I didn't realize it was that different. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's got to be so difficult. But I will say Nate and I are working on a special project right now with Angela. We've been working on this for about a year. And we don't know what we want to do with the project yet, but you guys will see it in some form or fashion. But we've been collecting the Sarah Coventry bamboo letters, and our goal is to collect every single one of the alphabet. And let me tell you, that has been really hard. But yesterday I was able to get several at a decent price. But Angela is the real rock star. I have to shout her out because she found the original catalog that showed how many letters existed, because we weren't sure if they would actually have produced, say, a Q, because at that time, how many people would have had a name with a Q? But apparently they did produce every letter in the alphabet. I think there's 28 letters. Is that right, Nate?
26.
26. Yeah.
You put me on the spot there. How many letters in there? Yeah, 26. But yeah, they produced all 26 of them. And interestingly enough, we found so many times online where people say they were selling an M, but in fact it was a W.
Yeah, and someone had an R, and it was backwards. You know, they had flipped it around because these letters are so stylized, you know, that they're hard to identify. So someone had an R flipped around and they were calling it a J, and we're like, nope, that's
a lowercase. This J they flipped upside down and said, "Oh, this is a lowercase R," and it was like, "Oh, they didn't do lowercases."
No, they didn't. But so anyway, it's amazing how many things could be mislisted, you know, that we're learning. So it's fun.
Yeah.
Rachel says, I noticed at Springfield this weekend, I didn't see any fine jewelry dealers. That was weird. Oh, I wonder if the price of gold has just priced it out of the realm for many folks. Yeah. Rachel, I was actually in a coin shop a couple of days ago, and that's a whole nother story. But when I was in the coin shop, there was a lady that came in, and she was trying to get the dealers there to buy her gold at basically what they would retail the gold for. And the lady got kind of upset and was like, you guys just don't know anything. And gold always is going up in value. And the guy's like, well, I hate to tell you, but gold might be at its high right now, but it fluctuates, and this would be what we would sell it for. And the lady was just not having any of that. But so that was interesting. But I did end up having a great day in the coin shop, which was very fun. Okay, so this next piece that I have is starting off at $18, Angela.
And did Ange actually bid on that last item?
I think she was saying there was 26 letters in the alphabet.
Oh, okay. I was worried about.
So this is 4 inches in size. So this is a lot of brooch, as Nate likes to say. I think that this is probably from the 60s or 70s. And it's just a really lovely blue number. I love how large this is. The metal work is insane. The stones are so saturated and lovely. And here's the back. So it definitely has that kind of 60s, 70s back. You've got the foil that's all in fantastic condition and a perfectly working safety clasp. I love the size of this.
Wow, that's incredible.
I mean, it's a whopper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. And then, of course, at the collar, I really love that look. I wore a brooch at the collar, actually. Hi, Adara. I wore that
Adara, hi. Welcome in.
Party that Adara and her mom threw. Here is this on a hat. And let me tell you guys, it's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to get this on Vanna White, who does need a little bit of a wash up. But we're going to ignore her little bit dirty self and show her anyway, because I think that this brooch is so beautiful on white. Just really stunning. And that kind of lighter gold tone with the darker accents in between really, really is fantastic on this. So let's get this on a postcard of some kind. And we'll
welcome, Catherine.
Welcome, Catherine.
Nice to see you.
Good to have you here.
Oh, that would be really nice.
No worries. And Nate, would it be okay after this if I do one other piece? Because I think I've got something Adara might enjoy for the wedding.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to get this on this beautiful postcard of DC with the cherry blossoms. I know I use this postcard a lot, but guys, I really like it, and it goes so well with so many brooches. So we'll go ahead and start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Yeah, just beautiful, this brooch here. And I think that because it can be worn either way, of course, you could wear it vertically on the lapel. It's just it's so good. I mean, it's got lots of options.
I think Joan Plavier has snuck in.
Hi, Joan.
Hello, Joan. Hiya, Joan. It's lovely to see you. And Patsy M as well. Hiya, Patsy.
Hi, Patsy. Good to have you in the chat tonight. Okay, it looks like that is going to Patsy. Congratulations, Patsy. That is
what a
great brooch.
Great pickup.
Yeah, that's spectacular. Okay, let's see here. Put that down. Okay. Adara. Now, no pressure on this one, but Adara did ask us if we had some more neutral brooches that she might be able to wear for the upcoming wedding that she's going to. So, Adara, if you're still here, I think that this piece might be really perfect for the wedding. And if it's something that you're not interested in, I totally understand too. Don't feel pressure is my point, but I think this is gorgeous. It is 1 3/4 inches in size, and this is a lovely 1950s, 60s piece. It's starting off at $22, and it's this beautiful sort of orangey champagne color brooch. Isn't that spectacular? Even the paparazzi effect is happening, and it's pretty close to the camera.
That's really nice.
It is. I love this brooch. You've got these sort of orangey, pinky, blue Aurora Borealis stones, but then in between you have this champagne color rhinestones that are just gorgeous. And I've never seen the champagne color mixed with the AB like this. Here's the back. So you've got some really nice puddling happening there, all gold toned. It is gold, Adara. It is.
Oh, Raven, that sounds lovely. Welcome in. Raven's grandson had his first piano recital.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Of course you had to be there. That's so cool, Raven.
Is it silver tone or gold tone?
It is totally gold tone. So it's gold tone, and then you've got the champagne color stones as well with a little bit of Aurora Borealis. And it's just stunning. So let me get this on Sophia here so you guys can see her, what she looks like. Adara I'll put it on multiple colors for you so you really get a sense of what the colors look like.
It's so pretty.
But it's so shiny. It's just the stones are in fantastic condition. And I love little round brooches. I think they're so good for a variety of things. Okay, right on the money. Good, Adara. I'm glad. I pulled this out, and I was hoping you'd be here because I was like, this is perfect for Adara. So good. Yeah, it's stunning. So we'll get that on the white as well, so you guys can see that. And of course, you can wear it on a hat. It's great on a hat. I'm always a big fan of the hats. Let's get this on one of our vintage postcards here. And trying to think.
Hi, Tony. Tony Butterfly Nurse.
Hi,
welcome
Tony.
in.
Welcome in. Okay, we're going to get this on our best wishes postcard. I love this postcard. I think it's so beautiful. And we will start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid end, friends.
Welcome in, Sybil Purvis. What a fabulous name.
Sybil.
Purvis. I love that.
Welcome in. And Raven says,
just brag.
He started lessons in January and already plays by memory. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
Dennis, I'm sorry that you just missed out on that. Adara, it is coming to you for 26. I'm so glad you like this brooch. That I'm glad it works for the wedding, because I did think of you when I pulled that out. So that's headed your way. Nate, thanks for letting me run that one.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. My grandmother played piano. In fact, she was a piano teacher, and we got to do a recital together when I was young. And I remember Grandma sitting at our upright piano that we had in our house and practicing. And I learned Christopher Columbus, and I can't remember the other one that I did, but I can still play Christopher Columbus to this day. I was in 3rd grade when I did it, and I don't know how I can still play that piece.
Adara wants to know if it's okay if she just gives you cash next time she sees you, or if you prefer to do it by PayPal.
Cash is okay, Adora, but PayPal works as well. I can send you a direct link, and you can just check out on PayPal. So we'll work it out over text. No worries, but I'm so glad you got that. Okay. Yes. By February. Oh yeah, that sounds fantastic. Adora. Yeah. We'll work on some other pieces for you as well. Let's see what's next here. Oh yeah, this one's spectacular. Okay. This brooch, Angela, is starting off at $38. And Nate, this is a really good one. It's 2 inches in size. And
my brother is getting married in a few weeks. So I'll be wearing a navy blue dress. Do you guys ever see brooches? We see navy blue quite often, actually.
We do, Carly. In fact, I think Nate has one tonight.
I don't know if it's navy. It's a bit paler than that. I think my blue one tonight.
It is a little bit paler. I'm looking ahead here. I will look, Carly. I might have some actual navy stoned brooches, but we do see them. They're not uncommon, so we will look for that. Let's see. Okay, so this brooch here is a lovely, saturated, incredible purple. And I love this piece, but I particularly love the little pear-shaped stones at the end that makes up this floral design.
Again, this is a really successful design. How well it is put together to make this flower. And they've obviously used really, really high quality rhinestones for this. The saturation is like a royal purple amethyst. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
The color in this is just so good, as Nate mentioned, and it just sparkles. The cut on this is lovely. All glass stones. You've got the little prongs on the end. This is not marked. I do not know who made this, but look at the quality, the smoothness of the back. All the foil is there. It's just fantastic.
I mean, we not only do we work really hard to find nice pieces. Oh, wow.
I just scared Nate. Sorry.
But again, it's condition of things, you know, and we do forgive vintage condition on pieces, but we do strive to get the absolute best condition. And this looks like it has never come out of a jewelry box. It is just pristine. And again, the quality of the stone, the color saturation is insane. It really is.
It to me looks like Nate said, like new old stock. Someone had this, they bought it, it was in a box, and then they literally never touched it.
Never wore it. Yeah,
it's so clean. The stones are so beautiful. I mean, it's just fabulous.
And this, when it arrived, amongst some really, really beautiful brooches, it was so exciting to unwrap this particular one. It was just so beautiful. There's a couple in tonight that I've got that are just amazing, and this is one of them.
It is a really fantastic brooch. Okay, so let's get this on one of our vintage postcards. I was trying to remember if I had a specifically purpley postcard. And let's see. I might. I might have a purple postcard. Let me take a minute and see what I've got here. I always try to match the exact right postcard to this. And sometimes that is a tall order, let me tell you. I don't have
It is a little bit sad, Patricia, that someone, didn't enjoy it, but it's going to be enjoyed now. I mean, it may have not had a good lease on life, but once it's sold today, someone will treasure this.
And you know what? Also, someone could have just taken incredible care of this brooch as well. Okay, so I don't have a purple postcard, but I do have this. And it says, I've studied all the ways and means to be thrilling to the eye. I can't compete with movie queens, but I'll do it now or die. And this is a postcard from 1941.
What's Grape Nahai? What's
the soda, Knee High.
Got Grape Knee High.
Yep, the soda is amazing.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know that they really have it anymore. But you can get it at old fashioned type Cracker Barrel places where we'll sell it.
Now that I know how that's pronounced, because obviously I mucked it up, I think I've heard of Grape Knee High from watching MASH.
That would make sense.
There was
I'm pretty sure it was in a couple of MASH episodes.
Yeah, there was a character in it that drank Grape Knee High. I'm sure.
Yeah, MASH is a great show. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start the countdown at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bed end. Well, this certainly competes with movie queens because it is so beautiful.
It's interesting. Everyone knows this character Radar. I love that Radar. Show. And I even think as a kid, I wondered what Grape Knee High tasted like.
You probably didn't get it there. It might have just been a thing.
Yeah, no. It's never gotten here. Dan gets that. Thank you so much, Dan. Thanks everyone who was bidding on that. I really appreciate that. It's a beautiful piece, and you are going to love it. when it arrives, Dan. It is stunning.
Yeah, Dan, that is a gorgeous selection. Okay, I am going to just go ahead and do my Whopper. And I will tell you, I have been very nervous about bringing this brooch. So every time I see it, I put it back in its little pouch, and it does not make its way to a sale. Yeah. But I am bringing it tonight because I think it's just spectacularly gorgeous. And this one is a Whopper. Get ready, because your eyes are going to be blinded in the best way. And it also glows like crazy. So this brooch has a lot happening. It is 3 inches in size. So it is a large puppy. And I love this because it's yellow. And yellow and vintage jewelry is very hard to find. Yellow are very hard to find. And yeah, this one, totally insane. And it
wow.
Oh, that's showing up so well.
I didn't see Katie's pieces before the sale. So I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah, I didn't prepare you for this one, Nate. I mean, it's
oh my gosh. Stop it.
I know. I'm making everybody jealous. Now, I did pay up a bit for this, but this is a fantastic piece. So I hate to start things. I'm not going to apologize, but this is starting off at $50 in the chat. And guys, this is insane. I know, Rachel. It's amazing. It glows like crazy.
I think $50 is absolutely nothing. I think if you were to see that in a retail setting, it would be $150 easily. Absolutely easily. Yeah. Hey, Edward, buddy.
Hi, Edward. This one is insane. And look at the rivets on the back. If I've not shown you the back.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
It's insane. All the rivets are just amazing. The brooch itself could just be the back and it would be fabulous, but then the front's even more spectacular. These are yellow. These faux pearls are yellow. This is a beautiful butter yellow. And then you have all of these fantastic kind of orangey red Aurora Borealis that just sparkle around. And this is the size of my hand. Okay. It covers my entire palm.
It's not marked, Dana.
No. And I kind of would love to think that this is a Judy Lee because it has that quality, but it's not marked at all. And I can't find another one like it that had the earrings with it so I could date it. So it's an anomaly, this brooch. It is really spectacular. Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
You picked this one deliberately to make every brooch that I have look like it's a charity shop reject.
No, I didn't. I just thought I finally need to bring this brooch because I keep ignoring it. I keep putting it back. I've had this for like a year, and I just can't. I couldn't let it go. But now I said, today's the day. Today's everybody's lucky day for this fabulous little number.
It's like the most elaborately beautiful snowflake ever.
It is. And the stones are so good. I mean, they're just clear as ever. The prongs, the dimensionality. Yeah, everything about this brooch is gorgeous.
Okay. Nate has the vapors. Welcome in, April Butler. Lovely to see you.
Of course it glows. What are you doing, Tosh? I know. When I hit the black light over this, I was like, it glows. Okay, we're going to get this on this postcard. May these greetings, true and kind, and happiness you find. One of my favorite I love these sentiments. I think they're gorgeous. But this one in particular, just fantastic on this postcard. Wow. Yeah, it is a stunner. Let me just flip it over here and see what that looks like a little bit. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the way. Oh my God.
Ruth Ann, we already have a bid at 75, Ruth Ann, so you'll need to go 76 or higher, sweetheart.
And let me show this on my hat too, just in case you guys are wondering, what it looks like. It really makes an impact on your hat. That is just the perfect hat brooch because it's so large and fantastic. All right, we're starting the countdown on this. Check out that glow. Man, that shows up so well. I was nervous it wouldn't show up at all on camera. But
I think from now on, you're going to have to bring all of your really good ones to be actually the last item you sell. So I don't want any of my brooches coming up after any of your brooches from here on in. It's like going to a talent show and singing after Adele has happened.
Oh, Nate. Nate, you have some fantastic pieces as well, too. Night, Poodle.
Oh, Poodle is Poodle.
Right, Poodle.
Right, Poodle.
Yes.
We're at a gentleman's club.
They have black lights. Yep. That would be the perfect place to wear it.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is insane. All right, let's start the countdown on this puppy. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid in, friends. Holy cats.
Wow.
This one is insane. Yeah, it is. Oh, I love it. All right.
Oh.
See, that sold. Who's going to grab it? I know. I can't wait. Well, congratulations, Jenny. I'm sorry you just missed out on that. Thank you to everyone that was bidding on this.
Congratulations, Noelle. Oh. I can't wait to see that on your Instagram feed. Honestly, yeah, I love your Instagram feed. Mike, 1165. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you.
Yeah, this one is very cool. So, yeah. Congratulations, Noelle.
We're going to have to talk about the ordering of your brooches going forward, Katie.
I've made Nate jealous.
Oh. Hey, Blue Phoenix.
Hi, Blue.
Welcome in. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. All right. Noelle, that is going to you. What a great piece for your collection. And everybody have no fear. We do have some other really spectacular pieces as well.
Poodle says she's drunk 12 of the sample bottles of wine.
Oh, no, Poodle. Hi, April Butler. Welcome in.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Nate, it's this one. Oh, this one's insane. Okay. I'm going to let Nate tell you all about the kind of...
you know what? I've closed that window down.
Oh, I have it.
Emotion on that piece. Although I do have a different one coming up before that. I thought I've got blue, but it doesn't matter. We could do this one. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Hi, Dana. Little Vintage Me 64. I haven't seen you in forever.
A long time. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi, Diana. It's so nice to see you, Diana. It's been ages.
Okay, so Nate had this brooch, and every time we look at it, we're like, something is special about this brooch, but we didn't know anything about it because it wasn't signed. Well, yesterday, when I was going over the brooches with Nate, I said, you know what, let me just Google Lens this, because maybe, just maybe, we'll finally get some information on it. And I am so glad that I did, because this is not your average brooch. We were able to find a set that had sold back in 2013 that had the earrings, and I was able to identify that this is a Claudette jewelry piece. And there is no doubt that this is Claudette. And Claudette is, in fact, very hard to come by. It was made by the Premier Jewelry Company out of New York. It started in 1945. and it only lasted into the 50s. So it was only around about 10 years that they were making jewelry.
Really brief window, really brief window.
I mean, we talk about Weiss and other pieces that were only made from the 40s to like the 70s. This is even smaller. So I was just blown away by this. And the quality, oh my gosh, wait until you see this brooch. It's all glass, and it's simulated opals. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is starting off.
I can take no thanks, Dennis. Dennis, I can take no thanks for the packaging, honestly. I'm glad you like the stuff, the pieces I bring, but all the packaging goes to Cody.
Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, Nate. I mean, but I gotta hand it to Nate. He is so great about the packaging, like looking over it all. When we're doing it, I send pictures to Nate, and he's always so supportive and excited to see it. So Nate, you do play a role in the packaging.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is starting off at 65. When you see it, you'll understand why. And of course, it's very hard to find. This is 2 inches in size. It's red with japanned back, and of course, red's even harder to get in vintage jewelry. But this thing is insane.
So I know it seems like it's quite expensive at 65, but every piece that we saw, and there were very few pieces to look at, were in the $130, $150 mark for this particular maker of their jewelry. They did have some that were not embellished with rhinestones, which are much less expensive, but they did also invent a new way of making plastic beads or
thermocasting
or something. This is we don't know the technique that they've used to make these glass cabochons glow in this way, like they're little black opals. It's such an unusual piece.
They totally look like fire. Like they're glowing like lava. It's insane. And
it is.
Guys.
It is. As I say, I know 65 sounds expensive, but this maker is so hard to come by. We had never heard of them. We had never heard of either of them.
This was totally new to us. They do look like opals. They're just stunning, y'all. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. And when you're looking for these online, you're just not going to see them pop up. So this is honestly really a good deal. I know it's not.
It's called Claudette, but it was, what was the name of the actual company?
Premier Jewelry Company.
Premier Jewelry Company.
Yeah. And I know it's not Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day has come and gone, but I do have a very perfect postcard for this. And it's a Valentine's message. This is just a word of greeting on a postal card you'll see. Just a whispered, I remember. Will you send the same to me? Little cute Valentine's message. And I think this brooch is really perfect for this. Oh my gosh, that does look so good.
And even the other stones, the red stones, incredible saturation of color and beautiful big Aurora Borealis as well. But those opal-like stones have a glow in them that it's just so hard to comprehend what they've done to make the stones do this, to make the glass do this.
Yeah, I have no idea. It almost looks like diacrylic glass, if you've ever seen that technique before. But I don't know how they did it. I just know that it's stunning. And then the red Aurora Borealis is something I don't see a lot of. You see more of the blues and the pinkies and maybe some oranges, but these red ones I just don't see often in brooches. You do find them, but I think that makes this really special. So let's go ahead and start the countdown. This is definitely Claudette, and it's fantastic. So here we go. 2019 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end.
Yeah.
Just stunning.
Yeah, in lavender, there's so much color bouncing off those glass stones. It's just incredible.
Totally. Oh, let's see.
And there's the sold. I think goes to Ruth Ann. Congratulations, Ruth Ann. Thank you so much. You have got a great bargain there. Honestly, that's a bargain. Congratulations. And thanks. Ruth Ann. Did we have Ruth Ann and Dennis? Sorry. Thanks, Dennis, for your bid too, bud.
Thank you, Dennis. Ruth,
you're going to love that.
Stunning. Yeah.
You're going to love that one, Ruth Ann, when it arrives. And it's nice to have something in your collection that is a rare little beauty, a little rare nugget.
Yeah, it's always really nice. So I have an antique piece tonight, and this is starting off at $45. It is, I believe, Art Nouveau period. It is 2.5 inches in size. Now, I bought this from a lady that collected English jewelry, and she bought this in England when she lived there, so she believes that it's English. I don't know that it is for certain English, although it does have that look to it. It's almost a little bit deco as well in some of the design here, so I'll show that to you. But it is for certain jet glass, and it does glow. This one is absolutely fantastic, and I've had this for a better part of a year. I just have not wanted to let this go because it is so spectacular. And I love the little points at the end that are almost sort of deco in my mind, but then this to me is very, very Art Nouveau. This could be also Victorian. It's kind of the size of a sash brooch, but just slightly smaller. The stone in the center is that beautiful amber glass, and it does glow this beautiful orange color.
Wow.
In the middle. So this has kind of all the things to me going for it in the antique realm. And it is just stunning. So I'm going to put that on over there. But if you love antique brooches, this honestly is the piece for you. And these Victorian kind of older antique pieces are becoming really hard to find. And they're just so beautiful, and they have all of that filigree work to them. I think that really makes the design stand out more so than just the flatter metal ones that you see. It really adds some dimensionality to this. So I am going to put this on. So
what do Greek see her.
Hi, Natalie. I see you.
I make no demands at all.
We consolidated on one phone and the TV. I'm the official bidder for Adara now. Fantastic, Natalie. Good to have you in the chat. Yes.
Hi, Natalie.
But I love this brooch. Natalie, by the way, I had your pasta salad again this morning. Well, not this morning, but for lunch, and it was wonderful. And I have a friend that came and stopped by, and he had some of the pasta salad and loved it. So we are just pasta salad obsessed over here. It's so good. Natalie sent me home with some of her pasta salad last night from the party, and it was just delicious. So this is gorgeous, truly antique piece. This one has the C clasp on the back and that earlier hinge, and you can see how the pin back extends past that clasp a little bit. It doesn't have the safety clasp, so they stopped doing these in about 1930. Definitely by the 40s, the safety clasp was the whole brooch method of using that fastening for the back so that it didn't fall off your shirt. It wasn't really to protect yourself from being stabbed, but just so it wouldn't fall off. Because imagine having something that's beautiful and wearing that it was going to fall off. But these are very secure, I also find as well. Okay, let's get this on one of our postcards here, and we will start the countdown on this gorgeous piece. Let's get this on our heartiest congratulations. I love this little gal from, oh gosh, I think this is 1904. But I love this brooch with this postcard because I think the filigree matches the florals really, really well. So let's start the countdown here, guys, at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end, folks.
Dennis wants you to sell the ring on your right hand.
Okay, on my right or your right, Dennis, because StreamYard reverses itself. So this hand or this hand?
Coin or rutile?
Yeah, coin or rutile. Please do let me know.
Yeah, but you're not going to sell either of them.
No, I won't. But I just am curious which one. I'm sorry, Dennis. I can't sell those rings. Patsy, congratulations! I'm so glad that's going to you. My right. Okay, so yeah, my rutile. Yeah, I'm really partial to this. Nate helped me find that stone. I owe that all to Nate. But congratulations, Patsy. I'm so glad that you are getting that stunner. It's really gorgeous. That's a good one too, because you're not going to find anything quite like that out in the world.
I don't have any bracelets
today. I don't, but Jenny, I will have a bracelet next week. I will make a note to bring my bracelet. I have a really good bracelet. So I'll bring that next week. Yeah, Patsy, that was a really good purchase. I'm thrilled you're getting that. Okay, I think after this one, Nate, it's time for a giveaway.
Giveaway, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, Patsy really wanted that one.
I'm glad, Patsy, that you got that one then. Good. I'm glad you like that. I love that one, Patsy. That's why I've been kind of holding on to it for a while, because it's so good. Okay, this next brooch is 2 inches in size. And it is starting off at, Nate, you'll have to let me know what this one's starting off at.
We've sort of skipped one, I think, so I'm not sure which one we're on.
Oh, we're on the square one.
Oh, okay. There was a blue one that I've got listed.
Yes, we'll have to go back to it.
We'll circle back to the blue.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I did skip it.
This square one is a 34 start. This is really unusual. I don't know who made it. We Google imaged this and it did come back with a listing that said it was Juliana. I've not been able to find it in the Juliana.
No, and I didn't see it in the Juliana book.
So I don't believe it is Juliana, but it is an exceptional quality. The Aurora Borealis marquees are like mirrors. It is such an interesting effect that they've given them. They're just like mirrors. I mean, all of these beautiful pink stones, real quality, really interesting design. Even the placement of the round, dark red stones at every corner and in between is such a lovely touch. You have gone a little bit pixelated.
Okay, I do see that my internet's dropped.
Right.
I just cannot figure out why I have such poor internet, because I pay for a top speed and I even switched companies in this new apartment. So I don't know if I need to get an extender, but something. I've got to figure out this internet business. I'm sorry. Am I still frozen? Dennis is saying I froze.
No, you did freeze a little bit, but you're back.
Okay.
It's really unusual, Heidi. It's so interesting. And again, it's a really successful design, but those marquees with this mirrored Aurora Borealis effect on it is just stunning.
Just beautiful.
Look at that beautiful puddling on the back.
Really good quality. And of course, I love this one because you can wear it so many ways. You know, you can wear it like a square. You can wear it kind of as a diamond. So it gives you lots of options. And this one, Katie, it's the power in the square brooch. Yeah, look at that at the collar. I know I'm wearing a tie, but just imagine that at the collar on a very elegant kind of lacy outfit. Oh my gosh, that would be stunning. And guys, of course, you can totally rock this brooch. Put it on the edge of your suit lapel. Wear it on a hat.
When it's at that point on your lapel, the mirror stones turn almost exactly into the color of your shirt.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
That's really unusual. Oh, Babs, lovely to see you. And again, I think this in a retail sort of a setting would be a $75 brooch easily.
Oh, totally. Okay.
It's very unusual.
Let's get this on another postcard. I know we're not in Valentine's Day, but I kind of feel like this just deserves a Valentine's postcard. This one says, "This sweet of old-fashioned Valentine, I send to you my present, past, and future friend," from 1903. So we will go ahead and start the countdown on this. Oh my gosh, this might be just the most perfect postcard ever for this. I love that so much. Okay, we'll start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. 35, April. Right, Nate? Is that what you
sorry, no, it was 34.
34. I'm sorry. 34.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is like it's ahead of its time. It's so unusual.
I love the design too, because you've got the triangular here happening when you wear it at kind of a diamondy angle, and this is square. But when you wear it square, you get the effect of this diamond.
And you know, the mirrored one, the mirrored pieces, when you hold it close, they turn almost blood red. But when you had it right back, it was this almost exact same blue as your shirt.
It really does kind of change what you're wearing, to what you're wearing. That's very cool.
Noelle, thank you, Noelle. You're going to love that. That's such an unusual piece. Everyone's mesmerized. Yeah, you're going to love how the marquee stones look on that. It's just exceptional.
Yeah, they're stunning. Okay, let's do one of our giveaways. And we are doing postcards tonight. And the postcard that I have for our mid-show giveaway is this adorable little lamb. And this fella with his friend playing, I'm guessing that's either some sort of a clarinet or a flute. Maybe it's a flute. This guy kind of looks like a leprechaun or a gnome. And this is a Hummel postcard, another fabulous little Hummel postcard. And Nate, can you let everybody know how they can win this little fun postcard?
Okay, you don't need to have purchased anything or intend to purchase anything to enter into the giveaways. It's our gift to you to thank you for spending time with us. It's letters of the alphabet. Please guess as many times as you like, but one guess at a time. Good luck, people.
Good luck, folks. We hope you all win, but of course we can only have one winner. So good luck. Okay, let's see. Oh, we've already got letters coming. Oh, I see it. Okay, I'll wait for you to text me.
I will message you.
Let's see if you're seeing the same. Yep. Okay, Heidi, congratulations. That was easy. You won our giveaway.
Congratulations, Heidi. It was G for golf.
All right. Let's see, Heidi. Fantastic. Okay. What shall I do next? Okay. Yeah, let's do this one.
Hey, Delbert.
Hi, Delbert.
Hey, buddy. Nice to see you.
Long time no see. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Okay, now, Adara, I don't know if this is the kind of thing that you're looking for or not for the wedding, but this might be a really good piece. Now, this one is special because I did do a little bit of history research on this, because this is one of the cases where this had earrings that went with it, but the brooch was not signed, which is really surprising because it's a Kramer piece. And this to me looks like the most unique and interesting picture frame I have ever seen. And I cannot believe that I'm sitting here and selling this as I'm looking at it, because this would have been fabulous in my rhinestone drawer, my paparazzi drawer, as Nate says. But this is in fact a Kramer, and it's just beautiful. This layered square brooch is starting off, Angela, at $45, which is honestly really a steal.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, I'm convinced that it's sabotage now. I'm absolutely convinced that you're bringing stuff that makes my stuff look like crap.
Your stuff is so good, Nate. When you find out that last brooch you had is wowza.
What are you doing to me?
I love these. They have the beautiful rounds in the back layered on top of these diamond color stones. And then you have all of these baguettes going around the outside.
Night, Jenny. Hope it goes well with doctors tomorrow.
Yeah, this is paparazzi gone wild completely. It is stunning. Dennis is in at 45. I know this brooch, Al Carver. I know this one's fantastic. And it is square. And you know I love square brooches, but this is almost like a shadow box.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to see. Yeah.
Look at the dimensionality and layers on the back. Are you guys seeing this right now? I mean, of course you are, because you're watching the stream, but like, I just hope that it's showing up because it's so good. There's the puddling on the back.
And see how high they had to make that finding for the for the pin itself. But look how big they had to make that because of how deep it is.
Yeah, that's so true.
Dennis,
would look good as shoe clips.
Dennis says it's so ugly. Nobody else will bid on. Nobody else bid on.
That's true. Nobody else take this one. Patsy's like, Katie, it's Nate's birthday. How could you? Well, you know what? I was going through the brooches this week, and oh my gosh, look at that, the collar.
You had to go a long, long way to find another one like that. I tell you.
It's so dimensional. It's crazy. No, I was going through brooches this week, and I told myself that I had to pick at least 3 that I wasn't bringing to a sale because I just couldn't. They were so good. And so Nate had brought some ones that he thought were really fabulous. And of course, I think they're fabulous too. And so I told myself, okay, that's it. I'm pulling these. Oh my gosh. Look how far.
It's the power of the square. It's square brooches.
Man, they are rocking. Holy cow. Look how good this looks on Betty, y'all. That is insane. I love the diamond stones. Can you guys see those? I don't even know what cut would you call that.
I think that would be. Oh, I don't know. They might call it a diamond cut. I don't know. I love all of these emerald cuts around the outside. That's my favorite cut of all time.
Yeah, I love emerald cuts too. I mean, all of the rhinestones are in just fantastic condition. There's not any yellowing, nothing. I mean,
I think it could be. I think they could call that shape a lozenge shape. I'm not 100% sure.
And then you've got the round, the ovals in the back. I mean, what a fantastic bunch of layering. Whoever made this, well, we know Kramer made it. I'm pretty sure it's Kramer. I mean, whoever actually was at Kramer that designed this did a phenomenal job. Like, just killed it. I just don't know. It's so good.
I know. Okay. That's just so beautiful.
I'm brooch addicted and y'all are killing me. I'm sorry. Let's get this on a really cool postcard. What do we want to put this on? I'm really struggling for this particular one. Let's see. Let's put this on our best wishes postcard from 1907. Love the little bit of sparkle in the heart there.
Yeah, I just looked it up. They do refer to that as a lozenge. Now, someone said baguettes, and are the corners of the baguette, or they are baguettes? Because if they were emerald cuts, they'd be chamfered on the corner. So you're right, they are baguettes.
Totally baguettes. And look how they've done the prongs, because I think the prongs are really unusual on the corners, how they wrap around. I mean, you can tell just the quality. And Kramer jewelry, I mean, Kramer is one of the top makers. You've got Eisenberg, Weiss, Kramer. They all made fantastic stuff. Kramer's out of New York City. And Nate had a Kramer piece earlier. Lois Kramer, 1943, but just incredible stuff here. All right.
And Katie, I did have a Kramer brooch earlier, but Katie bought a nicer Kramer brooch.
Well, I didn't. To be fair, Nate, I didn't know this was Kramer until this afternoon when I was doing a little more digging. So I picked this out this morning, and I did not realize until later that this was in fact Kramer. Otherwise, I probably would have. But okay. All right, let's start the countdown on this, guys. I see you, Angela. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bid. And I believe, Dana, that Kramer was a New York company. Best that I know of. There could have been another company as well that did jewelry that was Kramer.
Yeah, my cousin Gay is a jeweler, and I am obsessed with gemstones. Absolutely obsessed with them.
Ruth Ann, that is headed to you.
Great.
Congratulations, Ruth Ann. That is a really good brooch. Okay. Let me just find where I put the... I have a terrible habit. Oh, there we go. Of setting these little pouches somewhere and not being able to locate where I put them over here. But I got that. All right. Ruth Ann, congratulations. That's their one. Is a really good one. Let's see. Okay, let me write that down. Ruth Ann. Okay. Fabulous. Oh, this one is so nice.
Yeah, it was a great deal.
Yeah, you got a killer brooch there.
Oh, thanks, Babs. We have so much fun doing this together. We really do.
Oh, I'm so glad, Barbara. We're glad to have you here. It's really fun, and I love looking at beautiful things. And jewelry to me is just that little bit of fun sparkle that you get to add to your life. And it's fun looking at all the pieces and researching. And I love doing this with Nate. It's phenomenal. So this next piece is 2 3/4 inches. Nate, what is this starting out at? Oh, I meant to go back to the blue brooch. Let me scrap that. Let me make sure we get the blue brooch in, because I just totally mess it up. This next piece is starting off at $38. $38 in the chat. Do we have someone that's moderating, or do we need to?
I think it's us.
Okay.
Angela's put his at the start, but I think it's about to be down to us. I'm not sure if Karen's still here, but if
okay, this is 2 3/4 inches in size. This brooch here, and it is stunning, and it's silver toned, and the colors and the dimensionality in this are just fabulous. And it's not quite navy, but for someone that was looking for a blue brooch earlier, this might just fit the bill for you guys.
I live in New Zealand. I used to live in Australia, but I am a Kiwi. I'm in New Zealand.
Ooh. I lost.
Oh, Karen said that she's here. If you can help us, Karen, that'd be great, because we're useless when it comes to.
Yeah, we are totally useless. Thank you, Karen. This one's not signed. I don't know who made it, but obviously the color, the dimensionality, the pear shapes with the Aurora Borealis, to me, it's just everything.
It's such a lovely icy blue palette to this. It is so beautifully wintry to me. I again, really clever design. Just the simple addition of that one marquee on either end transforms this into what would have been a nice design into being something that's really, really special.
Yeah, I love this brooch. Very starry night. Yeah, Natalie, this is a pretty one. It's so pretty. Let's put this in.
The stones do look a bit darker when they're further back. Oh, my landline is ringing. Sorry, I won't be a moment.
That's okay. I love how Nate says it. Sorry, it won't be a moment. It's so British and wonderful. Oh, yeah, you can really get a sense of the blue color here when we put this on our Sophia purse here. I think she looks so stunning in that blue. Oh, my gosh. And two, the marquee stones that they've used kind of in the middle with the round is really, really effective. And the round, of course, being Aurora Borealis, is just, to me, that's everything. This is what it looks like on my hat. And I think get yourself a good straw hat for the summer and pop some brooches on it, because it does really add a little bit of fun. And of course, you can always wear them on your tie. And I am wearing navy blue. So actually, for the friend that was wondering about navy blue dress, I actually think this goes really well with navy blue, if you ask me. So I've got navy blue and then a lighter blue in my tie. And I think it picks up that color really quite perfectly. Yes, it would, Kathy. I agree. I think it would stand out beautifully on a navy dress. Let's see. Let me get this on one of our floral postcards here. Okay. What do we want to do? Let's do this one. This is the Buena Vista Drive exiting Riverside, California. Beautiful skyline. Gorgeous blue. And I think this, that's a lovely postcard for this. Okay, so we will go ahead and start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid. And this is a postcard from 1947.
Sorry about that.
Angela.
Thanks, Ange. Sorry about that. That was my friend Belinda calling to wish me a happy birthday.
Oh, that's very kind. Belinda's fantastic.
She's lovely.
Yeah, she is. Okay.
I disconnected my landline in March. Didn't want to, the landline that we have here is the number that we had when I was a child. So
really,
yeah, it's the same number that I remembered first off when I was a child and had written on my arm. And so we didn't want to get rid of the landline. And that goes to Ruth Ann, I think. Is that right? To Ruth Ann, thank you so much, Ruth Ann. That's a really lovely piece.
I'm so glad, Ruth Ann, that you picked that up. That is gorgeous. Yeah. You're going to love that when you get it in person. Okay. Actually, I tell you what, let's do this now.
That's a great deal.
Let's do one of my mom's pieces. So, my mom has a very special piece tonight for her Julies that she waited, I don't know how long, but it was a very long time to get this. She ordered this from overseas. And I believe it took a better part of like 4 months to get this particular finishing piece for this Julie. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. So my mom's been working incredibly hard. This is actually, guys, the last Julie that my mom will have in a while, because she is going to be making some more, but all of the porcelain cracked in the kiln. So this is the only surviving porcelain piece.
Oh no.
It is very, very difficult to work with porcelain. And there's a piece here that I've showed before. But sometimes, no matter how well you pack the kiln and you work so hard on these pieces, you get these really awful cracks in the porcelain when they're being fired. And so porcelain is really a gamble when you're working with it, which is just amazing that this piece survived. And I'm so glad it did. This is set on a really lovely piece of vintage china. Actually, I believe that this china here in particular is antique.
Oh, Ruth Ann, you've picked up some really lovely pieces tonight, Ruth Ann.
Yes, you have.
Thank you, Babs. Thank you. Thanks, Becky.
So this is on a piece of Wood and Sons china that was founded in the late 19th century. And it is absolutely beautiful. So this piece was thrown by my mom, and then these vintage elements were added here. So we have this beautiful floral piece of china with some lovely crazing. It's woodware from England. This is earlier china. And then you've got these beautiful vintage inspired buttons and brooches with our little most adorable rabbit fella.
That is so adorable.
Isn't he great?
He's so cute.
So this rabbit has made quite the journey. I can't remember exactly where my mom said that he came from, but he has made a journey from overseas all the way to the States, and he has been stuck in customs, I think, for like 4 months. So he is finally free and sitting atop his beautiful little throne. And I'm going to name him Peter because, of course, we love Peter Rabbit as a kid.
Hi, Maria Ramirez.
Hi, Maria.
Lovely to see you, Maria.
So we are going to start this piece off at $35 in the chat, which is a fantastic deal, considering that you're also getting this antique piece of pottery with the
breed called Dutch. Adara says, isn't it interesting? I think Dutch. People should. I'm a real strong believer in rabbit as food, because it's such a low impact creature, and it. I just wish more people would eat rabbit. It was so common, 100 years ago for people to eat rabbit. And there's a breed called the New Zealand, and
cool.
It has absolutely nothing to do with New Zealand. I have no idea, but I think it was bred in California, but they call it the New Zealand. Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, Adara and Natalie, they both raised rabbits, and Adara would show rabbits, and that is really cool. So I'm glad
I have upset them with the thought of actually eating.
No, and actually, Nate, they eat rabbits as well. They do. So no, don't feel like you've upsetted them. That's not a word. Upset them at all. Okay, so let me show you some photos of mom. This is my mom. She's in her happy place throwing in her pottery studio. And this is how hard my mom works, on these pieces. She will get up and check every little detail, even down in the middle of the night. This is her glazing table. And it's so fun to see her work on these pieces, but most importantly, get to do them with her and find some of the vintage elements for them. And we were in a peak shop. Hi, Snowberry.
It is much healthier, really healthy for you.
When we found this piece of pottery. So Mom and I sourced this together, and then she made this beautiful piece out of it. And all of these will come with a handwritten note from my mom. This has the paper transfer, which has to be individually cut out by hand. Each one of the little floral pieces is cut out and then put on. So an incredible amount of work really does go on to these. And I think that this little Peter Rabbit is adorable. So let's start the countdown. I see you, Natalie, in at 50. So here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. These are lovely little dishes as well to just take off your jewelry.
Thanks very much.
Around the rim.
Thanks, Alcava and Karen. Thank you for my birthday wishes. Oh, night, Diana. Lovely to see you.
Diana.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay.
Heidi said, my lemon jewelry made my sister question how I bought that from Jeannie Blaylock, reporter on Jacksonville TV.
Oh, that's so cool, Heidi. Well, now you know. That is awesome. I'm so glad that your sister watches my mom. It's so cool to have a local connection, because I didn't realize that any of you, being so spread out across the country, would even know my mom in that local capacity. But that's very cool. Natalie, I'm so thrilled that you got that. That little bunny is coming to you. He's adorable. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love him. He is stunning. I will bring him to you this week. He'll be hand delivered, along with Adara's beautiful brooch. He's fabulous. Okay, I'm just putting him back in his safety wrapping. So that
thanks, Snowberry.
Nice and secure. Snowberry, congratulations. I'm sorry. Natalie won that, but Snowberry. Thank you. Oh, I misread that. Okay, let's see. Let me write this down.
Heidi says, I like making my sister wonder.
Okay, Natalie is getting that. Excellent deal.
I think the radio, the TV station that your mother works for has a online presence, so you could actually see Jeannie online.
Yes, my mom is online, so if you guys care to watch any of her reporting or stories, and I saw Greg actually said that he saw something online and saw mom reporting on an issue, so you can go to firstcoastnews.com and look up any of the things that my mom's done. She's done some fabulous stories and documentaries. If you're interested in World War II, she did a wonderful hour-long documentary on the 75th anniversary of D-Day. And if you wish to watch that, it came on streaming, and it's there on the website as well. She went to France to do that documentary for that 75th anniversary.
That was such a beautiful documentary. It was so
it really beautiful. Was. And also, if you're interested in Vietnam, Mom did a Vietnam documentary that is on the website as well. So just some little fun things about my mom, and those are actually Emmy-winning specials, so they are pretty cool.
Welcome, and Stephanie Kite. Natalie said it's for Adora. She won Best in Show with her Mini Rex.
That's cool. She will love that, Natalie. That's fantastic.
Thanks, Greg.
Yes. Oh, we love the bunnies too.
Thank you, Raven. It's not my 29th. I wish it was. Oh, no, I don't. I'm happy being 56 because that's what I think I am. I think I'm 56. I might have to ask my mother.
This next brooch is 2 3/4 inches in size. And Nate, I don't know the price of this brooch either. I'm not.
This is a 34 start.
34 as well.
It is this. This is like to me, like the little black dress. I mean, someone talking about a brooch would look great on a little LBD, but having a black brooch if you're a brooch wearer, having a black brooch is so versatile. It's quietly chic. It's really elegant in a really understated sort of way. And also, I hate to always say, but if you've got to go to a funeral, and you want to dress nicely, nothing is sort of more modest and respectful than something like this. Everyone has to go to a funeral at some stage, and I think these are good brooches for that sort of occasion. And even as I say, it is black rhinestones are quietly elegant.
They are, and I don't see a ton of black rhinestones in jewelry. So when I do find black, I kind of think that it's quite special. But I love the varying sizes of marquise stones here. You've got some bigger ones, some more slender marquise, some rounds. Now, I actually have a brooch similar to this that is in the amber tone, and it is Austria. So I don't know if this is particularly Austrian, but it's got that quality. And also, look at the back. It's got that square rivet on the white.
And isn't that an exceptional back? Look how clean that is.
Yeah.
Another piece that someone has obviously taken serious care of, that they've just cherished this. Such beautiful condition. I really love seeing something that's been around for 70 years, 75, 80 years, and it looks like this, just pristine.
Someone loved this, and they really cared for it. And look at even the texture of the stem of the leaf. It's all gold textured. Just a remarkable brooch, really.
Yeah. I don't know if it's so much people here. Like, I just don't keep track of my age. I don't seem to be able to remember it, to be honest. I know it sounds kind of silly, but if I ever am at a time when I have to say how old I am, I'm often out a year or two. And it's just ridiculous.
I know a lot of people like that, Nate. I don't think you're the only one that has that. I do that with Louis, my dog. I'm always off by like a year. Let's see. We are going to start the countdown on this. And somebody put in. Thank you, Karen.
I love that. I was 38
twice. Sub Radio, the band I like, they just came out with a new album. And one of their songs, the lyrics in it says, I'm turning 30 again. And I thought that was really, really funny because the lead singer is 32, Adam. And I was like, yeah, I totally get that. Okay.
I do need to remember, because I feel when I don't know and someone asks me and I can't answer that question, I feel like a complete plonker. It's just like, I feel like what an idiot that I can't even tell you how old I am. Oh, wait, no, I was born in 69, not 79. Does that make me
69 is a good year, Nate.
No, I was born in 69. Suddenly, I'm doubting whether I'm actually 66 instead of 56.
Well, we can do the math and figure it out. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get this on one of my favorite postcards, New York at Night from 1906. Start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18. I like it too. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. So fantastic.
Yeah, plonker is it's a really English word, plonker.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds very English.
It's very, very English. Thanks very much, Blue Phoenix. How do you know? Oh.
Now you can answer Ask Reddit comment section. When do you know you're going to bid end? I'll just say I'm 100 and everyone will be impressed. That's so true.
Okay, that goes to Rosemary. Thanks, Rosemary. Thanks to everyone who's bidding on that. I will always go and try and get pieces with black rhinestones. Honestly, I think you should all have a piece in your collection with black rhinestones. And that's a lovely piece. Thanks very much.
It is so lovely. Okay, so we're moving from black to hot pink. I have a fantastic hot pink brooch. This one, it does not glow, surprisingly, but it is just as electric without the glow. It is starting off at $26 in the chat, and it is for this all glass, fabulous floral brooch. It measures 2 inches in size. It has a symphony of rivets on the back. And this one, yeah.
Stop it.
Fuchsia pink.
Stop it. Stop it. No, stop it. Be serious. Stop it now.
I know, Nate. I'm sorry. Nate is going to murder me after this.
It's sort of like you're trying to hurt me now.
No, I would never do that on purpose.
The color. Wow.
The color. Look at the back. Look at the rivets on the back. And then those big glass rhinestones. The floral burst coming out with those marquees. Oh, I love this one. Yes, it is delicious.
And there is something, Moonchaser posted something, and I sort of said, yeah, they look like, half the things I sell, I want to put in my mouth because they look like sweets. They just look like
little lollies, little candies. Oh my God. That's
an incredible color saturation on that. It really is.
It is. Beautiful. Let's try this on black because I just kind of want to see something here. Pink and black, I think, look really sharp together as a color combination.
So your favorite race car drivers from New Zealand. I wonder who that is. I'm not up to much on that sport. I wonder what's his name.
Oh my gosh. Look at this one, Betty. The colors just totally pop on this.
It is bubblegum pink.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is a fuchsia bubblegum, totally bright, happy floral pink. That looks so good. It is fire. It is total fire, Heidi. Okay, let's
Scott Dixon. Scott Dixon. Okay, I'm going to quickly look him up.
Let's get this on one of our floral postcards with Fondest Love, Victorian postcard here from, Victorian inspired from 1906. And we are going to go, that's so pretty. We're going to start the countdown on this at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 6, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Yes, Poodle, I would like to Instacart some candy as well. I may have to go out for that after the sale.
I've looked him up. I haven't heard of him. That's a great pickup, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis, congratulations. I'm so glad you got something. Team Dennis for the win.
Team Dennis.
All right, Dennis, you're getting that one. Okay. Dennis. All right. I think we each have one. No, that's not right. What am I doing?
I think I have 3
You have
remaining.
3 left, and I don't know what my brain was doing.
And one of my lots has got actually 2 brooches in one
That's
lot.
I think where I just like zoned out. Okay. This next piece is starting off at 25. Now, I don't think that this is true vintage. I think this is vintage inspired, but Adara, this also might be something that would look good for the wedding as well. This is 3 inches in size. And just because this
What does Blue Phoenix, sorry, what does Blue Phoenix say? Do you know who LP would be on a brooch?
Not off the top of my head, Blue Phoenix, but I would go to Costume Jewelry Collectors International.com. Go to their lists of, you can look up marks. There's a section for that. And then I would look up and see if you can find anything under the L's and see what you might know on that.
If you can get a good view of the mark, do a reverse image search and you'll probably find it come to you really easily. This one actually harkens back to earlier than it is. What age do we think this is?
I don't think that this is vintage, Nate.
Yeah.
I think it's vintage inspired, but it definitely looks very like 1920s to me. But I think that they've kind of adopted that style from that time period, but the quality
it is great quality. It's beautiful design, but there is no real age to the piece. I bought it because I just simply thought it was so incredibly pretty.
And those champagne colored pearls are just phenomenal in this, Nate.
And it really looks like it is mimicking a fine jewel. It is, I think this is a really pretty combination. These lovely champagne pearls, being in a silver tone as well, with the clear rhinestones. It's so pretty.
Yeah, and it kind of gives the way that they've done the clear rhinestones with that texture around the outside, almost gives a little bit of a marcasite effect, even though they're not marcasite. But I think it's so lovely. And this is one on a black suit jacket or a lapel. Especially I was thinking wedding would just be gorgeous. It's so delicate and sweet. So,
and even though it is flowers, I think this is again a good dude brooch. Yes. I think this would look really nice on the lapel of a dude's jacket. It's classically elegant.
Yeah, I think so. This is the skyline of Jacksonville, actually, back in 1948. So I really love this with a darker postcard because you can really see, I think, the colors super well. So this was starting off at 25. And yeah, it would be great for a wedding. So we'll go ahead and start the countdown on this at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really perfect man brooch for dress occasions on a lapel.
It is a man brooch. It's flowers, but it's not necessarily overly feminine.
Yeah. It works both ways, I think, very well.
Oh, that goes to Poodle. Thank you, Poodle. It's
Poodle,
such a
you're gonna love that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Poodle. Yeah, that's a really good one. Okay. Let's do this here. Now, this is a hair piece. So this is something I don't normally bring to sales, but I saw this and I was really curious because it was signed and I actually learned something about this company. So I thought I thought I'd bring this for all of you guys that have long, beautiful hair. This is definitely the piece for you. And it is made by the Riviera Jewelry Company. So I'll tell you about them in a second. But this is starting off at $18. And it is a hair piece. But of course, you could turn it into anything that you wanted to do. You could put a finding on the back of it. And it has that gorgeous enamel work and sort of a Spanish style. And there's the hair piece in the back. And then you have Riviera on that little marking there. That looks like an artistic color. Isn't this gorgeous? So it is made by the Riviera Jewelry Company, which is amazing because they were out of Havana, Cuba, and they were known as the Tiffany's of Havana. So they were founded in 1923, and they made some really luxury silver items, fine jewelry, and watches. They even sold things like Rolex and Patek Philippe, and then they later changed their name. But this is fantastic. Now, I think that they changed their name in the 70s based on what I could find. So I think that this is probably a 50s era piece based on what I can tell. You've got a little bit of yellow enamel there, some black, and it almost looks to me, the enamel here looks a little bit like Cloisonne, the way that they've done this. Now,
it's it's slightly reminiscent to me of like a peacock's feather or something. Even though it's got no color to it, there's something about the fanning of that shape looks very much like a peacock.
You've got all of the little bits here so it would stick into your hair. So if you're doing an updo, which I don't have the hair, obviously, for an updo, but you can imagine in a beautiful bun. I'm just styling it on my head so you can see. In a beautiful bun, this would this would be fantastic. So it is very peacock-like, and I think for the right person, this is just stunning. It would be beautiful. But
no one would have one.
That's true. You'd be. I mean, it's very special.
Could you put it on a clutch? Could you put it on a clutch?
If you had the right kind of mechanism in the back to secure it on, because it has a C-clasp, you totally could. But it fits really well on a postcard. It works incredibly well on a postcard. I don't know about a clutch, but I think it's beautiful. This is the famous brown derby, of course.
As I said, when you said hairpiece, I thought toupee.
Oh, toupee. Imagine I just came to the sales and started selling toupees. Well, we'll start the countdown here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Yeah, you could probably, I was thinking about this, fasten this because these holes are open. I think you could fasten it somehow to a clutch. You could definitely figure it out. But let's see that bid end.
I'll buy that for $1.
That poor Dennis, I think, missed out there.
Dennis,
sorry,
buddy.
Dennis. But Noelle, it looks like that beautiful Riviera piece is coming to you for 26. So congratulations, Noelle. That is beautiful.
There can't be a lot of that in the US, surely, because there's been an embargo against Cuba since the 50s. Is that right? I don't know my US history possibly as well as I should, but
yes, I think that's a fantastic piece. I'm so sorry, Dennis, that you missed out on that, but hopefully we have something that you enjoy. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Oh, yes, this set is beautiful. Okay, Nate has a wonderful set of brooches up next. One of them is Sarah Coventry, which we all know was founded by Lyman K. Stewart, named after his granddaughter. And the other piece is a complementary gold tone piece that I think just goes really well with it. So this spring lot is starting off at $22 in the chat. And this Sarah Coventry piece measures 3¼ inches in size. And I know we have a lot of Sarah Coventry collectors, so I think this would be good for them. But the first piece you're getting in the lot is the Sarah Coventry butterfly. I think this is lovely. And then the second complementary piece to kind of match that spring, summer happiness is this little gold tone rose. So you're getting both for $22. Nate, I think that's just about $11 a piece. Is that right?
Yeah, it's $11 each. And I thought both of these were kind of pretty. Butterflies are nice. I've seen the Sarah Coventry butterfly sell for, I don't know, 15, I think. So I just thought they looked nice together, and I just decided to put them together as a lot.
They're very springy, summery, and I think butterflies, I mean, they look really fun on kind of this fedora type hat, because they're good for summer, and they just add a little bit of personality, I think, to your outfit. And if you like butterflies, they're good too. And then you can pop a little flower on next to it, and you've got that kind of fun spring vibe together. You can do them almost like a little scatter moment if you want, which I think is really cute. So both of these, you're getting. Sarah Coventry made some phenomenal jewelry. They really are such quality pieces. And Emmons was a subsidiary of Sarah Coventry, if you guys didn't know that, which is kind of cool. So let's see. I've got this postcard here, and to show them both at the same time, this is Anne Hathaway's cottage in, let's see, where is this? I don't know, England, but I don't know the date on this postcard. But you're going to get both of these. We will go ahead and start the countdown on this butterfly at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end.
No, I think that is a pass on that. What's the total number of brooches you can wear on a scarf?
I mean, April, wear as many as you want.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, as many as you can fit on there without weighing yourself down.
Yeah.
I'd go for it. Yeah, the thing with jewelry is I think that there is any particular rule. I think you have to, same with fashion. I mean, sure, some people claim there's design rules, but just do honestly what makes you happy, what makes you smile, because dressing and fashion and jewelry is all really for yourself. And I know other people do get joy out of it when they see you. And actually, probably the more you wear, the more people will be like, whoa, that's cool. And then you'll inspire them to break out of their little, thing that we're all taught that, you have to wear white after Labor Day and you have to follow these silly rules. No, just do you.
Hi, Larry Hunter. Sarah Coventry jewelry was often featured on The Price is Right during the Bob Barker era. That's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. I've not watched enough Price is Right. We had, whenever I was homesick from school, that would be on during the day. So I would watch Price is Right. But, I was young then, so I don't remember a ton of Price is Right. But that's cool. Bye, Raven.
No, I hope everything will be okay with the severe weather.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Okay. Let's see. My last brooch of the evening is this little red dangle number. And it is so beautiful, this particular brooch. And it is starting off at $22, which honestly is really a good deal for this because it's red and it's square and it's dangly and it's just got kind of all the things happening for it. It is 2 inches in size and it's absolutely stunning. I love the 2 little dangle marquees at the bottom. You've got the horseshoe red shape with the big red stone in the middle. I just think that this is so interesting as a brooch. It's really lovely. This is for sure, no doubt, straight, out of the 50s. And it has the little square rivet on the back where it's fastened with all the puddling and the little open work. The light just shines through this and it is gorgeous. So this, I think, also is a perfect dude brooch on a lapel because it's just different. And it's sparkly, but it's got a little bit of something, I think, to it. So it's very fun. Let's get this on Betty, because I think Betty will show this off well. And actually, this would be a very good clutch purse brooch as well. Ooh, that's stunning. I love this. Yeah, very perfect for the derby because it looks like a horseshoe. And it was funny, yesterday I was on the way to Adara's party that she had last night for her brother for the wedding and the beautiful engagement party they threw. And I had on my horse bridle rosette, which I'll post some pictures of that. And I was wearing it and I didn't even know that it was the Preakness yesterday, but my grandma called me and said, oh, the Preakness is starting in a few minutes. And I said, oh, I can't watch it. I'm on the way to this party, but I had it on and I was like, oh, that's kind of perfect. So anyway, that's fun, but we'll go ahead and start the countdown on this. I think it looks really good on Betty. So I'm just going to leave it on Betty so you can kind of get that sense of movement. So we'll start the countdown here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Oh, that's stunning. Let's see. I'll show a picture of my.
Oh, here is the bid end.
So I wore the bridal rosette on my lapel, and then I ended up moving it to wearing it at the collar when I took off my jacket because, well, it was a little warm, and I wore it was cowboy themed last night, kind of. So we wore our cowboy boots and our cowboy hats, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. Okay, Dennis, congratulations. You got that. I'm so glad.
Yeah, nice grab.
That's a great brooch, Dennis. Okay. The last one up for this evening before our giveaway is inspired by Greg. Now, Greg, there is obviously no pressure to purchase anything ever, but we saw this and Nate and I both were kind of thinking, ooh, this reminds us of Greg. So this is inspired by Greg. It is 3 inches in size. Thanks, Poodle. And it is starting off at
14, I think.
14. So it's this kind of fun swashbuckling sword with these really cool little inset rhinestones and this chain on the bottom. I think this is really a cool little fun.
I think it's a scimitar, isn't it? Isn't a scimitar curved like that?
Oh, maybe. I don't know my swords, Nate. So actually, you're teaching me something here.
I don't know if I know my swords either.
I don't know when this was made. I have no idea on era of this, but I definitely think it's for sure vintage. I just don't know how old it is.
How vintage it is.
Yeah.
Did anything glow on this? Was this did anything by chance? No.
Nothing glows. Yeah, you would think that this brooch would glow, but nothing glows, which is crazy. I prefer fancy recycling banana. It does sort of look like a banana. But this one I just picture on a jean jacket or a really cool lapel. It's just something different, It's cool.
There's a certain sort of happiness, sort of cheerfulness over bright, multicolored stones like this. And the little chain, I thought it was just a really pretty form.
It is. Cool brooch. Very Aladdin. Yeah, could be very 80s for sure, Lisa. Okay, so we'll start the countdown on this. I see you, Greg, at 14. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bid end. Yeah, great design, full of color. It's the multicolored stones that I'm really attracted to. I think is fun. Great Halloween costume. And our apartment complex, they're having a summer pool party, which they always do. And last year it was Barbie themed. They've just announced that it's mermaids and pirates. And so a bunch of us are going as pirates because we have been looking for mermaid swimsuits, and they're very hard to find. So I'm going to do a whole pirate outfit, which I'm up for the challenge. But this brooch actually would have been perfect for the pirate theme, but probably not too good to wear in the water.
Thanks very much, Greg. We looked at that. We did think of you.
Glad you like that one, Greg. Yeah. Oh, Poodle. That's so kind of you. I will.
Oh, you angel poodle.
I sure will. That's kind. Oh. You guys are the best. We really have such a good group here. Yes, lots of Jimmy Buffett music. I hope so, Greg. People here in our apartment complex do not appreciate him as much as I think the two of us do. But he is a master poet, and I love Buffett. So I'll have to convince the staff to play Buffett music instead of club music, which would be more my vibe. Okay.
So are we finished our last item?
That is our last item. We could do a little recap if you prefer, Nate.
I think the only one was that little pair of gold tones, and we'd only just shown that. So was there anything that you have?
I have that green brooch that is still available.
I would flash that green brooch again because that is super pretty.
Yeah, it is. This is $22 if anybody is interested in this fabulous little bursty green. It's fantastic. And it measures, let's see here, 2 inches, and it's emerald green. If anybody is interested in this, it's a beautiful little leaf. Oh, I see Greg is interested in that. Fantastic, Greg. Yes. I'm supposed to wear a Broadway-themed outfit for my grandson's program. Are there any suggestions? Ooh, that's a good question, Heidi.
Broadway theme. When I think of Broadway, I think of top hats.
Yeah.
And tuxes.
I don't know if you have any white gloves, but I kind of picture that. I picture top hats. Now you could do theming from a specific show. If you wanted to go sort of Phantom of the Opera, of course, that's a classic one. Any Andrew Lloyd Webber type thing, I think, would be excellent choice. But for me, I have some kind of Phantom mask brooches that are really cool. You could go black and white and then do a Phantom mask brooch if you have one or if you search for one.
Well, maybe that sort of 20s flapper style.
Yeah, would be cool too.
Sort of like the Great Gatsby, sort of.
Yeah. Very 42nd Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work too. That would be good. I'm gifting Nate a Scottish castle because he agreed to my clause.
We've got one last giveaway, don't we? We have one last giveaway.
We have one last giveaway, and this is the giveaway.
thanks everyone for sticking with us on our not normal day and our not normal time. We really appreciate you. You don't need to have purchased anything, obviously, to enter into our giveaways that are open to everybody. It's still letters of the alphabet. Guess as many times as you like, but one guess at a time. Good luck.
Chicago. Oh, yeah. Larry, that's a fantastic show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love Chicago. I think I've seen Chicago several times, and every time I've loved it. You're not a super musical person, Nate, but do you have a favorite musical if you had to pick one?
When you talk about Chicago, there are some great tunes out of Chicago. That opening track number, United Drug.
Yes.
All that jazz.
All that jazz
is a great song.
All that jazz.
I really like that. Although I have been watching something recently, and I sent it to Poodle, and it was from a number. Oh, I wish I knew what it was, and I can't think what it is now. Okay, let's see these letters.
I do see, I think, who this goes to, so I'll wait for you.
Okay.
I think my favorite musical, and I have several because it's hard to choose, but Phantom of the Opera is probably one of my all-time favorites. I love Les Mis. I think that's an emotional roller coaster of a musical in the best way possible. And it's just wreckingly beautiful, as I like to say. I also really am partial to Cats because our family loves Cats. So that's great as well. And Cats is a musical that is kind of misunderstood by a lot of people because they don't know that it's based off of The Naming of the Cats, which is a book by T.S. Eliot. So if you haven't read Naming of the Cats by T.S. Eliot, it is very much of its time. But he had cats that lived in his neighborhood, and he noticed and observed them and realized that they were kind of like people. And so he named them and wrote these little poems that gave them stories and lives. And so cats are kind of akin to people. And most people don't know that. So when they see Cats, and especially now the movie that recently came out that was, in my opinion, an abomination, they don't understand Cats. They don't appreciate it in its full glory. So anyway, I love Cats.
The one that I was thinking of, it's Sweet Charity, 1969, and the song is Hey Big Spender. So if you do want to look at that, Sweet Charity, Hey Big Spender, absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah. Whoa, West Side Story is good too.
Yes, and the winner is April Butler with 8. Congratulations, April. Thanks, everyone.
That is coming to you.
It was unbelievable. Janet. Hi, Janet Green.
Hi, Janet. April, you are a new name to me. So if you would not mind, and if you have been here before, I do apologize. But if you would not mind sending your details to this email here on screen, that way I can get you the postcard, because otherwise I have no way of reaching you or getting your address. So,
and also Sylvia Medellin is here, my friend Sylvia. I hope you're doing well, Sylvia. We're just actually wrapping up. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but it's so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope Raoul is well also. Oh my God, Blue Phoenix, I am an absolute fiend for opera. An absolute fiend. I love opera. At the moment, I am stuck on Tales of Hoffmann, the doll song from Tales of Hoffmann. I just play on a loop. I absolutely love it.
Yes, my elderly neighbor loves opera, but not the same opera that Nate's into. So we share different loves of opera, but opera nonetheless, which is beautiful.
Okay. Oh, you're watching the Florida Panthers. That's cool, Janet. But it's nice to see you.
Well, we're so glad all of you could join us tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. let us know how you liked this time. I think that we're always going to be at our Saturday 10 o'clock time, but I always just love to get feedback from you all. I will be posting on Instagram next week as I'm traveling on my plans for a sale. We may have a shorter sale. I haven't quite talked to Nate about all the details, but we'll definitely try to get something in while I'm on the road, even if it's from the hotel. And do join next Saturday, because I will be with Vintage Vinny on his channel. He will be live doing a sale, and then we'll do some industrial sales while we're together from the hotel, which will be really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks everyone for your birthday. Thank you for your birthday wishes, everybody. I really appreciate that.
Yes, and
Maria
most
Callas. Maria Callas, what a legend.
Nate, we wish you a very, very happy birthday, and I hope that you enjoyed this time on your birthday with all of our friends here. So we're going to wrap up this evening, but thank you all for joining us. And as always, I hope you'll spin that vinyl, save that vintage, and binge YouTube. Bye-bye, everyone.
Toodaloo, kangaroos. Thank you, everyone.